Welcome to the Gas Station Cappuccino by Caffeine and Kilos. I am Danny Lehr. Beside me is my business partner, life partner,
yeah.
Dean Saddoris.
Here we are. Partners in crime.
This is episode none of y'all business.
Number 14.
Well, yeah, but I thought we weren't going to say the episode anymore after the whole UFC change the deal thingy.
Oh yeah, this is episode, we'll find out down the road.
Episode we'll find out. So what happened?
It's the next episode from the last one.
The next episode. Should we say why that is? We can let people know what's up. So here's the situation, is we had a guest last episode, episode 13, which is lucky, episode 13 for us. We had a guest, and the thing is, it's a UFC fighter. Well, the deal with that is that he has a fight coming up, and so the episode was not going to air until after that fight. But we talked about it a little bit on the episodes. We want to make sure that it goes out the week of the fight, so we got to push that up. Mm-hmm. So episode 13 is going to be live after episode 10, which all of that is going to be in the past now. By the time you hear this, yep. Well, the point is. So it's going to go like 10, 13, 11, 12. So we said maybe we just shouldn't really announce the episode numbers, and then they could just kind of whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, we'll just roll them out on the intro of the podcast.
On the podcast, there it is. Hey, we got a few emails.
Yeah, let's hear them.
So
questions, comments, or concerns?
They're answering questions of ours.
Let's hear it.
So one is during previous episode. Mentioned who said didn't remember what movie it's from. We're talking about chicken fights, the episode where we lost all of our PETA member listeners because we said that we were not necessarily pro cockfights, but not really necessarily anti cockfights.
Oh yeah.
So during that time,
birds are a weird thing.
Birds are weird, and so we mentioned that talked about a donkey show was brought up. I said I kind of felt bad for the girl.
Yeah.
Kind of felt bad for the horse. But I didn't remember what movie that was from. So Jake Pudens,
what did he?
Cal Strength teammate Jake Pudens, commented on the YouTube channel, said 40-year-old virgin is the movie.
Okay, yep.
And it is.
Yeah, it is. That's it. Man, I'm surprised I didn't get that one because that movie is hilarious. I've probably seen that movie 100 times.
That's what Aaron actually said that. Aaron goes, I've seen that movie 100 times.
Really?
I don't remember that part.
Yeah.
Aaron has not seen The Big Lebowski.
Is it Seth Rogen's the guy that says it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen says it. Yeah.
That was kind of a breakout role for Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
That's kind of what got him, like, his claim to fame.
Yeah.
That's kind of what kick-started his career.
Launched the career. So, so there's that. Want to hear next email up is actually sent to us from, so that was a comment on, Jake's was a comment on the YouTube, which that counts. Then we actually got a couple emails, because if you email podcast@caffeineandkilos.com, goes to us, is from our friend Jeff Lund, Alaska Lund, who he has a podcast, The Mediocre Alaskan.
That's right, and he also just did a caffeine overdose blog on our website.
That's right, he's a writer, and he wrote a blog about caffeine overdose that is on caffeineandkilos.com.
Yeah, go check that out. It's actually a top 10% most looked at Shopify stores blog posts.
So out of every blog post that's been posted on any Shopify store over the last month or couple weeks since now, it is in the top 10%.
Yeah, so it's getting a lot of action,
and that's good.
And it's a quick little read.
Oh yeah, quick little read. It's fun.
Yeah,
informational. It's kind of like this podcast, except for it has facts.
Yeah,
it has actual information.
Yeah, not our Factoid Nation's our other podcast for the facts.
But only facts. So we were talking about Guam. Because we don't know shit about Guam.
It's U.S. territory.
It's U.S. territory. That was about the extent of our knowledge.
Correct.
And so he sent us some info, and he said that said three things, and he actually sent some photos that people won't be able to see, which is too bad. But anyway, he sent some pictures, and he said, "Here we go. One." While in Alaska, he's talking about, it was also the episode I think we talked about wiping. We're talking about wiping, how we use toilet paper. Mm-hmm. While in Alaska, the only appropriate wiping happens when using wet wipes with a maximum of 3 folds. Maximum 3 folds, so remember that. Because he said, no one wants to endure toilet paper wiping when squatting. next to a cedar tree when it is 28 degrees outside. And that seems fair. And
well, before we get off the train on wet wipes too far, there is a kid at our gym who said to me, his name is, no, I won't say his name.
Say his name.
New guy to the gym.
Say his name.
New guy to the gym. Really cool. He's a really good dude. His name's no name.
Say his name.
Just kidding. Anyway,
Out him. Out
so
that
he's
motherfucker.
I was like, man, I gotta take it. I was talking about how, man, I gotta take a dump. Like these squats, man, I gotta take it. He was like, dude, you need wipes? I got you.
Just like that.
I got to, and it goes farther. He's like, dude, I got a hairy butthole. I keep wipes on deck all day.
That's a real thing.
And I'm like,
that makes sense.
You know what? I love a good wipe, a good wet one. I keep them stocked at home.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have them here until we run out, and then we just don't buy anymore.
Dude,
and yes, I do flush the unflushable ones.
The hairy butthole makes sense because you know what that reminds me of? It's like when your dog has a dingleberry.
Trying to get it out.
Like you're trying to, so you get like a wet paper towel, and you're sitting there, and you're like, it's like the most just disgusting thing. You're like, I gotta get this shit off my dog's butt. Otherwise, he's just gonna wipe it all over the house. Like, and he like sits on, like our dog sits on the couch, so you can't just leave him with like this little turd hanging off. No, you don't want poo on stuff. And so it's like this weird thing is you're sitting there like trying to get this clump of shit out of your dog's butt hairs, and there's no way you do that with dry paper towels.
No. I got you, dog. I got wet wipes all day.
I got a hairy butthole, dog. I got wet wipes.
Yeah. So yeah,
I got them on deck.
Sure as shit that they were in his gym bag. Of wet wipes.
Non-flushables?
They were like regular ones, yeah, not the flushable ones.
Did you ask him if you flushed them?
No, he said, no, those things suck. That's exactly what he said. He's like, no, I don't use those. Those suck. Those just rip. Because they do suck. And that's why no one buys them, and that's why everybody else just flushes the regular ones like me.
Huh. Well, there you go. Jeff continues to say, side note, so there I was, which is the best way to start any quick story. So there I was, defecating in the woods when I saw a deer. So I pulled on my pants with 0 wipes completed, grabbed my rifle, and harvested the protein.
So while he was taking his shit...
Sees a deer. Sees a buck.
Stands
up, pulls his pants up with no wipes. Shitty butthole. Grabs his rifle, shoots the deer.
Well, the situation arises. Wiping is more of a non-necessity.
My only question is why deal with pulling the pants up?
Yeah, just let the dick out. Let the dick breathe for that shot.
Look, if you're not doing dick out hunting, what are you doing?
You're not hunting properly.
Yeah.
Actually, it's reckless to hunt with your pants on.
Dude, if I had a nickel for every time I've said that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's a funny story.
In fact, I think there's a whole, it's a group of people. They call themselves the doe hunters. And people are confused because they think, like, no, man, you can only shoot the bucks. But doe, it's the acronym for dicks out hunting. DOH.
DOH.
You know what I mean?
Dicks out.
They call themselves the doughboys.
The doughboys.
Doughboys. Like, it's fat guys that go hunting? No, dicks out.
So I'm guessing in that 28 degrees, there's no pubic manscaping.
Oh,
you gotta have bush surrounding.
Oh, for sure.
Surrounding bush.
For sure. I guarantee it. Gotta get some insulation.
Yeah. Smart.
You know?
Smart.
Yeah, smart. Then he went on with it said, because we're talking about Guam, he said attaches a picture of me trying to find a golf ball at a golf course in Guam, out of bounds in a jungle. And finding a World War II era airplane is uncomfortable.
Like a real airplane?
Yeah, so he was golfing in Guam, and it's a jungle. Yeah. So when you're out of bounds, it's in the jungle. So he's looking for his golf ball in the jungle and found a World War II era airplane.
Just mangled in the brush.
In the jungle. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Really?
Yeah, the photo of that one, it's really hard to see. It's like black and white, and it's really good. But it's there. And then the third point was, and I knew this because Jeff and I are friends, his brother was stationed in Guam for like 4 years, and so he visited there. I forgot about that, though. And so he answered our questions about that. Basically, the answers are that yes...
But that picture is almost useless.
I know. The real picture, I'll show you later.
Yeah.
But yes, it is U.S. territory, has a big U.S. military presence for potential action in Asia, and they use American money, because they do use USD. and some people refer to it as Japan's Hawaii.
Huh.
So there you go. That's everything you need to know about Guam. I cannot
Japan's Hawaii.
According to Jeff. And I mean, he doesn't have a reason to lie to me.
Yeah, that sounds like that sounds like it could be fun.
Yeah. All right, next, for our next segment after mail time. You ever watch that show Mail Call with the Marine? That old grungy Marine guy? Mail Call! And people would write in questions about the military and he would answer them.
God, I want to say I do, but I'm not sure.
That's right. All right. So Mail Call section's over. Now next is what's going on with our listenership.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So
we haven't done this in a few episodes.
We have more countries on board.
Jeez, how many now?
We got to guess, Dean. That's part of the thing is I have the facts in front of me and you make guesses based on nothing.
Last time...
Based on no
well, I got some knowledge. So last time we were at about 30. So I'm going to say now we're at about 37. More or less.
Oh, like that was a question, more or less?
Yeah.
Well, I thought you were like 37. I said no. And you're like, more or less.
No,
which would make it right if it's, more or less. More.
Oh, wow. 43.
Oh, come on, Dean.
42.
We're doing well, but we're not doing... 41.
41. So we've been downloaded in 41 different countries.
41 different countries, including the Russian Federation.
Oh, yeah.
They're last.
Yeah,
they're last on the list, so come on, Russian Federation, get it together.
I went there once. It was interesting.
Now, here's the other thing. So Russian Federation is the smallest. And then the next from the bottom goes Finland and Iceland, which, makes sense because, like, how many people, like, fucking live there? You know what I mean? Can't really blame them.
I think it's 1,000 people.
Yeah.
1,000.5. Right,
1,000.5. And so the one download from that, from Finland, I mean, that's pretty good, 0.1% of the entire population.
That's true, yeah.
It's pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah. And then here we go. This is topical, though. Finland, Iceland, Guam, and then Norway. Those are the bottom of the barrel.
The Norwegians.
Yeah, the Norwegians. So I don't know what it is with these Northern Europeans and why they don't want to listen to us. Why are they at the bottom of the list?
Well, I think that they're just getting started.
It takes a long time to get out there. With like the cold weather too, probably really slows things down.
You gotta think of us like a sun from like a light, like a star. You know?
Oh, yeah.
You gotta travel through the light years, man.
Light years.
You just gotta...
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah. Makes sense. And also, the other thing is, I know I move slower when I'm cold.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the radio waves are just freezing.
Yeah. Or the internet waves.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, now, top country, since we got those out of the way, got the bottom of the barrel out of the way, let's hit it up to the top. Number 1, U.S. Number 2 country is...
Canada.
They're number 3.
Number 2. Other.
Yes! It is other. The country other is still got a stranglehold in the number 2 spot. Yeah.
So no change in the top 3.
No change top 3. U.S., other, Canada, UK, Australia, Costa Rica, Germany, Japan, Netherlands. Yeah, there we go. Ireland, Switzerland, New Zealand.
Are we going to name all 41?
Senegal. Italy, Egypt, Turkey, Brazil, Republic of Korea, Barbados. That's probably Ghana.
Barbados is, yeah. What's that movie, Dunstan Checks In?
I don't know.
You ever seen that movie?
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen Dunstan Checks In?
I know the name, though.
It's got the George Costanzas in it from Seinfeld. And it's about a monkey that checks into a hotel.
Oh.
And they got to...
So it's like a real thinking... It's like a thinking man's movie.
It's not that he's like supposed to... They're like trying to capture him so he doesn't ruin like this 5-star review person's coming to the hotel to do an inspection.
That sounds like a good, like a classic movie premise.
It's actually like hilarious movie.
My father, his favorite cards, like when we were a kid, like for his birthday or Christmas or Father's Day, you get him a card from Hallmark, whatever. If it doesn't have monkeys on the front doing human stuff, you're wasting your time. Like that's all he wants.
That's just what gets him.
Gets him going. You know, it's like everyone's kind of got their thing that's hilarious. For him, it's like if there's 2 apes on the cover like cheersing coffee mugs or something, or like in a suit and tie. All you need is you need an ape in a cubicle. And right there, you can put anything on the card, and it's a winner.
Doesn't even matter.
Doesn't even matter.
Does he save them?
Oh, no, there's no way.
I mean, maybe. Stockpiles, and he just goes in this room full of these cards and just cries laughing.
Yeah, maybe.
For hours.
It's possible. I mean, it is funny, like, you know, primates doing him, but it's like, that was always like his thing. He's like, oh, another monkey card. Gets him going.
So now you guys compete who can get the funniest monkey card.
Yeah.
The whole family.
Yeah. Some people would say that's not a competition. That none of them are funny. But that's not true. I always think they're great.
And there's always a lot of those. That's a popular card.
It's a popular card. Monkeys freak me out at the zoo. I don't want to see the gorillas.
Gorillas, that's a different story.
They are extremely impressive.
Like a silverback.
Oh, they're so huge and they're so human-like. They fucking freak me out. Like I don't want to see the chimps. Like I do from their like, oh man, but like could you imagine being in a cage with a chimpanzee?
No.
That is not. Fuck that.
I'd be more scared of like the silverback. The chimpanzee, I mean, I don't think I'd be necessarily scared unless like it was like violent.
Yeah, I don't know.
But like I would never want to be in one with like a fucking big one.
You know what I really like the quote of like.
That shit's scary when they come running like and they just moving like fucking 25 miles an hour.
Dude.
Running at you.
See how quick they move?
Yeah.
Dude,
I seen one like jump off a wall like parkour style. Like moving at like 25 miles an hour.
Yeah, and then he actually said
at like 400 pounds.
Parkour.
Like 400 pounds.
Dude, more than that. Way more than that.
Probably, yeah.
Probably like 800 pounds.
This one wasn't like the biggest one I've seen.
I wonder how much a gorilla weighs. What's the average weight of a silverback gorilla?
Yeah. Let us know at podcast at Gas Station Cappuccino.
Podcast at caffeineandkilos.com.
That one too.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, you know what I really like is the quote when people talk about like getting after it, like tenacity and unyielding tenacity, stuff like that. It's one of those things where I'm probably one day I'm gonna be fired up and say it also. But it's like, if you ever see me in a fight with a bear, help the bear. Like that's like it's a good one. It's one of those like, dude, like I'm fired up, I'm getting after it, like, dude, I will not quit. If you ever see me in a fight with the bear, help the bear. You better help the bear. Something like that.
Yeah, like what's his name? What was that movie? I think did we talk about this before? There was that movie with Brad Pitt when he fights the bear at the end. Can't remember what it's called. And no, I'm not talking about Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, what's that Leonardo DiCaprio one?
That is The Revenant.
The Revenant. Yeah. I watched that shit on an airplane.
It's a great movie.
It's super intense.
I bought that movie.
I saw the person next to me kept looking over my shoulder at my phone screen. Couldn't even hear it. They were into it.
My whole movie was shot with natural light too. No studio lighting in that whole movie.
Kind of like in here.
Yeah. Sure, except for that studio light behind Aaron.
Oh right, yeah, that one. Yeah.
But yeah, the whole movie was shot in natural light.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what's impressive about it? It's kind of like Cat. Also, it's kind of like Castaway, where it's like, you know, 3/4 of the movie, just one dude.
Not much dialogue.
It's one fucking guy tramping through the great outdoors.
Survival, man.
Yeah.
Survival is you don't even need words for that. Or action in like survival situations, you just watch. You don't really need dialogue.
How many people fight bears in movies?
There's been a few.
That's like a thing.
He gets fucked up in that movie too by that bear.
Oh, well, it's realistic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The one at the end, see the one I'm talking about, the Brad Pitt one, you don't know what happens. That's when the movie ends.
Just ends. Starts fighting a bear.
Basically turns into like, it's him, this bear's coming at him, and he grabs his knife, turns around, gets ready to go, movie's over.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Dude, you know
freeze frame style.
That reminds me of this kind of a little bit like, I don't want to say disappointing, but disheartening. You know, there's a story, like it was probably maybe 15 years ago now, where this kid was nuts. Like this kid was like 15 years old, and he's like off his rocker, like lost his shit type thing. Took a sawed-off shotgun, okay? And he was like up in Canada, and he starts hiking in Canada, and you know what he's doing? Is he's going up to grizzlies, to bears, getting up close to them, having them rear up on their hind legs, and then shoots them. Right? So it's like this whole like living on the edge type thing. You know what I mean? Because like if it misfires or whatever, like that's that like Dunsky type thing because it's these big old grizzlies. But that's what he was doing, and they caught him. He shot like half a dozen bears or something like that. He would just like search out bears and then get them riled up and have them like charge them, go up on their hind legs and shoot them in their heart with a sawed-off shotgun.
This was based on a true story?
This is a true story.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy.
Legends of the Fall.
Oh, Legends of the Fall.
Great movie. Long, but good.
Yeah. No, dude, no kidding.
That's a good movie. That's insane. That is crazy.
Yeah.
So, and you would just leave them there.
Just leave them. You said practice tonight. You got strict press.
Strict press max out.
Strict press max out.
Yeah. Payoff day.
What are we looking for?
I'm looking for 200 pounds. So that's 91 keys.
How much you weigh?
About 81, 82 kilos.
So that you're going to press way more than what's necessary to be a man.
Well, yeah. Well, I did 85 pretty easily last week, and I should have had 90 last week, but I just needed like it was like one of those lists where it was like so close and like it like leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
I think you strict press more than I do right now.
Well, I'm doing it a lot, and you haven't at all.
Well, there's that. But still, like the most I've ever done is 205.
Yeah, I think 200 would be a really be a big number for me to do, which I should be able to do because I blew up a 90 kilo muscle snatch on Tuesday, like fucking blew it up.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even like didn't even stop.
And yeah, but again, you weigh 180 pounds.
Yeah.
God, you're so much stronger than I am right now. I gotta get going. I've been squatting.
Yeah, see, my squat always sucks. So.
Yeah. Well,
I just depend on my decent enough technique and my flexibility.
Yeah.
Efficiency.
We have a bag of protein on the table.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
is that a sponsor of ours?
No.
That's right. We don't have sponsors.
No.
Sponsored by Caffeine.
But it is something that I personally. I know you're not necessarily doing powdered proteins right now, but it's a product that I believe in and I use every single day. I make my casein pudding with.
Oh, is it casein?
This one is not. They have both. We have both here too. I don't know if they don't make this flavor in the casein. Okay, so the bag we have on the table here is the cappuccino flavor by Ascent Protein.
Cappuccino!
So we figured why not put this on the table.
GSC.
They just came out with it. It's actually extremely good. I'm not normally into the big coffee flavored proteins and stuff like that.
Right.
But this one's really good.
Yeah, well,
it's not overbearing.
It's not coffee flavored.
Well, yeah, excuse me. Cappuccino flavor.
Yeah.
So it's not. Excuse me. It's not super. It's not super overbearing.
Yeah.
It's just enough.
Just enough.
Yeah. So it's really good. I'm gonna put this up here because of the name, obviously.
Yeah.
But good stuff. Good product. Good friend of ours too. Went on board with them, so I love it. I tell everybody every chance I can to start using that.
Dude,
it's good stuff.
There it is.
But yeah, the casein pudding at night is a game changer.
You put what do you put in there?
I go 9 times out of 10, just the pudding.
Just the pudding.
Just the powder and water. But like if I have something around or like I just want a little extra something, I'll even throw it anywhere and like an Oreo in there, kind of crunched up.
Oh shit.
That's pretty good.
Shit.
Sometimes I'll do that, but most of the time I just make it really fast, throw it in the fridge, and then just do it on its own. Doesn't really need much.
Let's stick with our routine of being about 25 minutes in and then actually get into something that's educational. Yeah. So the nighttime, a lot of times, if you're tracking your macros or whatever, or even if you're not, but it's like if you just know you're short on food. Like get to the end of the day and you're like, I just didn't eat enough. Like you know you didn't eat, you're hungry or whatever. The nighttime casein protein is a great way to like get in some kcals. Mm-hmm. And so what I would do is I did it for a long time. In fact, when I was following the RP Strength, I did it for a long time, the casein pudding, but then I'd look and be like, oh shit, I need some more fat. Like I need more fat in my diet, whatever. So what I would do is I would mix in some butter.
See, I've done the peanut butter, protein peanut butter.
Oh!
Nuts and More brand.
Ah,
I get it at 5-star.
That's a whole other level.
Yeah.
So what I would do
those is so good.
Also, I've done it before. Even though I'm doing keto right now, I'm not doing it, but I've done it before when I've done keto. Because a lot of times my issue is getting in all my fats. When you got to eat whatever, like 220 grams of fat a day, like that kind of adds up.
That's a lot.
There. So what I would do is in the casein pudding, I would throw in, at first I was like, I'm just going to put in a little bit of coconut oil or something, right? Like, you don't really taste it, you get the super refined. And then the consistency's not quite there. And I was like, oh shit, melted butter. So I put some butter in there, some melted butter. So like 1 or 2 tablespoons of melted butter. With
so what does that do to the flavor? Just like amplifies it?
It makes it taste like fudge.
Ooh.
Because you think about fudge is like chocolate butter, right? Like that's what it tastes like, has that butter. So you go the unsalted Kerrygold, because you don't want a bunch of salt in there.
What if I did like margarine?
Dude, check
I can't believe it's not butter.
I can't believe you would ask that. You can try it.
What would that taste like?
I have no idea. I've done it with ghee, but ghee is a little different taste, a little overwhelming. But yeah, so you go 1 or 2 tablespoons, whatever you need, say 2 tablespoons melted butter with it, and then just a splash of water, whatever you need, just to kind of get it all mixed up, and I keep it pretty thick still. Then you go sea salt, and you just like sprinkle just on top, just a little bit of sea salt on top. So it's almost like that salty chocolate type thing, right? And then you fridge it for about an hour and a half or so, right?
Sometimes I'll get lazy and I want it faster, I'll throw it in the freezer.
Oh yeah, I've done that move. And that works.
Yeah,
okay.
It works.
It's it's funny.
Sometimes it gets a little hard on the sides or something, but
you can mix it different consistencies. Sometimes I'll mix it up, like a pudding. But then if you make it thicker, you can actually make it like a mousse, or like almost like a fudge,
like a frosting or a fudge,
like a frosting.
Yeah.
So there you go. You need to get in those extra calories in a night. It's a good way to do it.
No, yeah, it's tasty. It tastes really good.
It tastes so damn good.
It does.
I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get some casein protein.
We have a bunch underneath the thing.
Is it a scent?
Yep.
Well, shit.
He just re-upped us.
Man.
Yeah, I go through that shit like quick.
Well, let me tell you, I'm gonna start doing nighttime casein protein, and I'm going to follow that up very quickly with a little extra back acne. Because when I up my dairy, that's what happens.
What did you take down the dairy? Where are you getting the dairy from?
That's right, casein. Wait, is casein from milk?
I don't think so.
Whey's from milk. I think casein's from milk also.
Yeah, we'd have to check that out. I don't remember.
Me either.
I just know that this one turns into a liquid when you put water in it. Oh. And the casein doesn't.
Oh, there we go. I also know that...
I ran out of casein before. I was like, oh, maybe I can just use regular protein.
Casein's slower digesting also.
Yeah, I thought that was maybe the only difference. But then, it doesn't mix the same.
Thicker.
I wonder why that is.
Thick with 2 C's.
Because you try and make it with this stuff right here, the bowl just turns into a bowl of water.
And then
it doesn't thicken up at all.
Then you're just whipping it.
Then you're doing nothing.
Like Pyrex.
Yeah. Yeah.
There it is. Hey, let's if you guys know of a guest do you think we should have on? Now we're only doing in-person guests. However,
so they got to be from Sacramento.
Maybe someone from Sacramento, or someone who's coming through Sacramento, or if we're on the road, if we're out of town somewhere, we can have them on. We can bring it. All right. So guys, let us know.
Roadshow.
Yeah, roadshow. Let us know if you listened to the episode with Josh Emmett. That'll be a few weeks ago by the time you hear this. Let us know what you think of that. Let us know if there's any specific guests you'd like us to have on or try and get on. You can get us at podcast@caffeineandkilos.com. Also, we have a new domain for the podcast. It'll be up by the time this airs. So we understand that gas station cappuccino is kind of a mouthful. In fact, you probably don't know how to spell cappuccino unless you're staring at a protein bag, right? There's 2 P's, there's 2 C's, 3 C's, I guess. You got the first one. Anyway, there's a lot going on there. And so we want to shorten it up for you. So if you just go to gsc.show, that's the website.
That's the quick link.
So go to gsc.show, and then you can do some different things there. We'll have links where you can subscribe. There's going to be a part where you can sign up for the email list. We're going to do some giveaways just to people on that list. Do some stuff like that. And then also there'll be obviously links in there where you can watch all back episodes and all that type of stuff. gsc.show.
gsc.show.
There it is.
There it is.
All right, guys. Well, we'll be seeing you shortly.
Till next time.
Till next time.
Peace.